Hello everyone, my name is Ray, who is in charge of the technical service. Today, I'm going to introduce you the MGate 4101-MB PBS. Includes the key features and the troubleshooting. To start this course, please study the Serial, Ethernet, and Profibus Essentials and the MGate MB 3000 series introduction first. Some basic knowledge may not be introduced or explained in this lesson. This course is open for all the technical service engineers. Today's course will introduce you the MOSA MGate 4101-MB PBS. In this lesson, you will know how to configure MGate 4101 and know how to troubleshoot when meet an issue. This is today's agenda for the MGate 4101 introduction, and we will introduce it with three major parts. The first one is MGate 4101 specifications and the typical application and features. The second part is how to configure MGate 4101 and including the new function QuickLink. The third part is the troubleshooting tools. Let's start today's course. The MGate 4101-MB PBS is an industrial Fieldbus gateway and is for a network with Profibus master at the control room and a mobile device at the remote site. The Profibus master, through MGate 4101, can read or write data from or to the mobile device. To help user to configure MGate 4101, we have a QuickLink function for configuring the mobile side of MGate 4101 as a mobile master. As you can see in this slide, this is the MGate 4101-MB PBS. It's a Profibus to mobile gateway, and it supports mobile RTU ASCII, dual power inputs, auto baud rate detection, and relay mechanism to warn end user if there is a power input fails. Here is the function block of MGate 4101, and it's just for your reference. And let's start the second part, configuring MGate 4101. This is the new interface for our MGate manager, and it supports MGate 4101 from version 1.5. The upper device list is used to show what device is detected, and some device functions are also implemented in this version. I will show you later. In this slide, I will show you the configuration procedure. And here are 4 simple steps to configure the basic settings of the MGate 4101. And following these 4 steps, you can set up the MGate to establish a Profibus to mobile communication. For the second step, Mobus and Profibus tabs are used to configure the Mobus and Profibus settings of MGate 4101. And the fourth step is mapping I/O modules of the MGate 4101. I will go into more details in the following slides. The first step is to configure the general settings of MGate 4101. For example, device name and the password. And if you enable the password, you will have to enter the password before you can configure it. The next step is the mobile configuration. I assume you know what serial types and transmission modes and slave IDs are. If not, please study the course MGate MB 3000 series. You will also need to set the Profibus slave address. Here is one thing I need to emphasize. If you would like to set the slave address between 0 to 99, you will need to change the rotary switch on the MGate 4101, just like in this picture. And however, if you want to set the address above 99, You will need to set the address to 99 on the rotary switch first, and then set the desired address into the MGate 4101 with the MGate Manager utility, just like the snapshot here. And after this, you have completed the second step to configuring the MGate 4101. In the third step, here are two methods to mapping Profibus I/O modules, manually or QuickLink. Also, manual I/O mapping is supported when the MGate is either mobile slave or master. I recommend you to use QuickLink when the MGate is designated as mobile master, and manually map I/O when the MGate is set as mobile slave. Before I talk about I/O mapping, I want to tell you why we need I/O mapping and what it is. The MGate is used to convert different protocols. Between these different protocols, we need to define the size of memory to match mobile requests, so that the data from different protocols can be exchanged. The MGate can communicate between different protocols in this way. User has to define which memory block in the gateway is used to store input data and which block will be used for output data. Here is an example shows how data transmission works. You can see the PLC reading data from the mobile slave. Assuming there are 128 bytes of data coming from the mobile slave, the data will be placed into the input section of the internal memory, and data output will be placed into the output section of the internal memory. Then, the Profibus master will read from the input block to get input data. We allocate blocks of memory to communicate. As I mentioned before, there are two methods to map I/O module. In the I/O mapping page, users can use I/O manually when the MGate is in mobile slave mode. On the other hand, QuickLink is used to map I/O modules when the mobile is in master mode. I will go into details about this too. In the first method, we can map I/O modules manually. It's usually used when the MGate 4101 plays the mobile slave role. The only thing we need to do is create the Profibus modules, since the mobile side is receiving requests from the mobile master. First, click the Add button. Then, the Profibus I/O module dialog box will pop up. And next, you just need to adjust the I/O type, data type, and the data length. Click the OK button. So now, one I/O module is added. As you add the I/O modules one by one, they will be shown in the I/O list. If the MGate 4101 is set as a mobile master, a powerful feature can be used to map the I/O modules, called QuickLink. And what do we need to link quickly? In the following slides, I will show you more details about QuickLink. There are only 3 steps you can complete the configuration of I/O mapping. In mobile configurations, there is a mobile master and some slaves. First of all, you need to plug the MGate device into the mobile master, which polls each slave regularly. Then after the QuickLink process, the MGate will be set as a mobile slave to listen for requests from the mobile master automatically. And each request received will be learned and saved by the MGate 4101. After learning, just apply the configurations and remove the mobile master from this topology. Then connect the MGate 4101 to the mobile slave and the Profibus master. It will poll the mobile slaves based on the requests it learned. The learning process is called QuickLink. How to start the QuickLink process when using mobile master mode? At the beginning, click the QuickLink button in I/O mapping page. After clicking the Start button, the MGate will enter mobile safe mode to learn requests. All you have to do is waiting for the MGate to learn requests. After you are sure the MGate learned all requests coming from the mobile master, click the Start button to stop QuickLink. Then click Next. The page shows the requests learned from mobile master, and the MGate will base on the request to map I/O modules automatically. Just make sure it's correct and click Finish. As you can see, the learning results will be shown. Of course, you can modify them manually if you wish. And that's all about how to configure MGate 4101. Next, let's go to troubleshooting. When the MGate communicates between Profibus and the Modbus protocols, if an issue occurs, the user won't know where the problem is. At that moment, the user can use the diagnose function to locate the problem. Please open the MGate Manager and find the Diagnose button. When under normal conditions, open the Diagnose window. For the Profibus side, as you can see, the MGate is in data exchange state. Illegal I/O config and the restart data exchange counters are at 0. And for the mobile side, the state should be in running mode, and the valid requests are increasing. Exception counter should be 0. That means your mobile settings are okay. Then you can check your serial parameter settings on this page. We will have two troubleshooting examples. First, I will show you how to troubleshoot on Profibus side. If there is an issue on Profibus side, what will be shown in Diagnose? In this case, we are assuming the Profibus I/O module of MGate 4101 is not matched with the Profibus master. And this is the most common issues users may face. When this happens, as you can see here, the illegal I/O config is not showing 0, and this counter continues to increase. Now we suspect the problem happened on the Profibus side. As I mentioned before, the I/O module list is used to check if the I/O modules are correct. Now we have noticed that the I/O module of MGate does not match with the Profibus master I/O module settings. And we have located the source of the problem, take care of it, and communications are back online. For the next example, we assume the issue is on the mobile side. In this case, we should use the monitor to check about it. If the problem occurred on the mobile side, you can check with the monitor function. The monitor log should show one request and one response as a pair. When the problem is on the mobile side, we open the Diagnose window first, and we can see that the valid request counter is 0, and timeout counter is not. So now we check monitor log. We see that there is no RTU responses. This probably is an indication that the baud rate on the serial settings is incorrect. Adjust it, and you are ready to rock and roll again. Here is another example. We find some abnormal conditions, so we check the monitor log. We find that there is no RTU response. After checking the serial settings, we realize that the safe ID is incorrect. After we reconfigure the safe ID, communications are normal now. After today's introduction, there are 3 things you should remember. 1. The MGate 4101 is an industrial Fieldbus gateway and communicates between a Profibus master to a Modbus device, and master or slave are both okay. 2. We provide a QuickLink function for MGate 4101 as the Modbus master to configure automatically. 3. When meet issues, we have Diagnose function to check which side Profibus or Modbus has problem. Thank you for your time and congratulations to you to finish this course. Remember to take the quiz of this lesson to check how much you have learned.